That's what you want me to do?
There
Okay.
we go. We're
Hey
live.
man, this is Tommy Jones of Wealth Through Real Estate. I am on the phone with my dude, Mr. Gene Boykin Jr. Hey man, we are like 5 or 6 days away from an epic event up here in Dallas, Texas, Arlington, Texas, to be exact, at the Arlington Board of Realtors on Saturday, May 4th. I am bringing the number one thought leader in real estate around the subject of asset protection. Gene Boykin, me and my team, me and my city, we are on fire. We are on countdown for the guru of protection coming to town, baby. We got it lit. We ready for you, man.
Hey, I'm super excited, man, to come up there. We got a few days left, man. Me and my team we're finishing up the last touches of this special presentation that we got for the people up there in Dallas, man. So super excited.
Yeah, man. I tell you, Gene, it's not a day that goes by. I teach my students in my course that in real estate, because we deal with distressed
How'd it go?
situations. There's cash in chaos, and there's we're paid to create solutions. But one of the things that you always say, and I'm gonna get it wrong. You say smart people solve problems, but geniuses stop problems from ever occurring, or something like that. Kind
Yes,
of speak
prevent
to
them.
that. Kind of speak to that from a preventative measure standpoint. Some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about, Gene.
Yeah, like you said, that's an old saying by Einstein himself. Smart people solve problems and geniuses prevent them before they ever happen. And like you said, there's money in chaos, but that's for people like you and me who have these high level real estate skills to come in and really we help people, but we get paid a lot of money to do that and get assets. But it's usually a sad situation, man, or a sad story because they're either in probate, right? And there's public probate proceedings. And here's a problem I'm sure a lot of people didn't know that they'll have with their assets. So when you pass those assets down to your loved ones, what happens in probate is those people you're passing those assets down to, well, their creditors, their public record and their debt record is opened up to the public. So any creditors that they owe, it's going to now be taken out of those assets that you're passing down to them. And that's because you don't have a trust, right? So you're making your assets susceptible to other people's credit issues. And then there's increased estate taxes, obviously the family problems that occur from not having your estate planned out well, right? And these are all things that are easily avoidable. And I'm going to be talking about Saturday, May 4th at the Arlington Board of Realtors on how not only you guys can avoid those, but also to help your estate grow and flourish for generations to come instead of being squandered.
Well, you know what, Gene? I've been so excited, and we put this together. Probably we've been talking about it since the end of February. And I'm sitting in a meeting today, and I'm talking to the aunt. I got brought in. I'm talking to the aunt, and it was her sister that transitioned and left the house to her two daughters, and
Mhm.
the aunt was added. And I'm gonna tell you how the aunt got added, because when the estate when the mom died, she was her mom was still alive, so she thought she was doing the right thing by putting her mom on the deed with her two daughters. So
Oh my
subsequently,
goodness.
man, listen. So subsequently, the grandmother has transitioned, and now all 8 of her kids have an ownership interest in it.
Oh my goodness.
And Gene, 3 of the 8 kids have transitioned, so now we are chasing down their descendants.
Yes.
And
Yes.
the bad part about this, Gene, we got a foreclosure date of the first Tuesday in June. So I had to
Ooh.
break it to the aunt that because of what your sister did, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
because of the mismanagement of your two nieces, you're in line to have a foreclosure on your name.
Yes. That shows up on their credit now, and they had nothing to
Yes,
do with that.
they had
Isn't that a
nothing to do
shame?
with it. They had nothing
Lord.
to do do with it. So for nothing more than learning how to protect yourself. And she was like, wait, what? No, I don't care about the money. I don't need the money.
Right.
She's a retired executive at American Airlines for over 30 something years. She said, I'm good.
Wow.
I don't want
Yeah.
anything to do with this. Take my name off. And I said, unfortunately, it's not that easy.
Right.
And
Exactly.
so I was just thinking, man, this if her sister would have been educated with the stuff that you teach around the country, right?
Hmm.
Or if social media was a bigger thing back in the day before she transitioned, then maybe they wouldn't
Hmm.
be in this situation, man. So
Yeah.
so she calls her attorney. Her
Hmm.
attorney calls me, and because he misunderstood what she was saying, thinking
Right.
that I'm doing something shady. And then
Oh
I
my goodness.
explained it to him, and he's
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, he's right." So man,
Hmm.
just what are some of the things that you're going to be sharing with us on Saturday that can help
Hmm.
prevent this stuff? And then I talked to another friend that's going to be there. She
Hmm.
has several multi-million dollar businesses, Gene,
Hmm.
and a couple of businesses that make over 7 figures a year.
Hmm.
They're set up as a DBA.
Oh, doing business as under one. So
Yes.
it's all under one LLC then.
No, it's a DBA in her name.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm not
Wow.
laughing at her. I'm
No,
not laughing at her, but I told her,
right.
I said, "Man, you and your husband owe me a steak dinner because we're
At
gonna help
least.
clarify some stuff for you on Saturday."
Hmm.
And she was like, "Oh my God,
So
that makes
yeah.
all the sense in the world." Yeah,
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 so the person that you're talking about who has the DBA, and usually a DBA is associated with an LLC. You got your name for your LLC, and then the DBA is another just name you operate under, but you can do it under your person too. And now, so what they're doing is they've just attached all of their assets, and they put
yes,
all of their assets. I'm talking about if they have CDs, if they have a retirement accounts, savings accounts, checking accounts, any other assets that they have, houses, cars, all of those are at risk if
yes,
anybody sues one of those multi-million dollar businesses. And the likelihood that a business owner gets sued is really the flip of a coin.
yes,
There's a 55% chance that you will be sued as a small business owner if you're in business for up to 5 years. And the average cost of that is $50,000. Now, when you have all of your assets under your name like that, a lawyer is going to see that, and they're going to know that this is a good payday for them.
yeah,
So they're going
yeah.
to take that case on contingency because they know that they can get paid out of your assets. So here's what we'll do to help you to prevent that, right? And see, if we don't know the rules to the game, we can play the game, but uh-oh, am I still on there?
I hear you, Gene.
Oh, you
I can
hear
hear
me?
you.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
keep
can hear you.
rolling then. I think you got to throw
Yeah,
me back up there. I don't know. But if we don't know the rules to the game, we can't play the game and play the game to win it. We can play the game and maybe do decent at the game, but we can't play the game to win it. So I'm going to show all of you guys on Saturday, May 4th, how to make all of your assets absolutely private, right? Nobody will know who owns those assets. And then also have a seamless transfer of your wealth from one generation to the next. But then also you're going to have ironclad asset protection. So that situation you told me about with your friend, I want
yeah.
to show you guys how to segregate each asset. Therefore, if you get sued on one business, none of your assets would be at risk, not even your money. If you listen to me, not even the money that comes from that business would be at risk in the case of a lawsuit. I'm going to show you guys how to protect that against creditors, lawsuits, judgments. And that's what we need. We need that protection because this is a problem in our community. It
That's
really
right.
is.
That's right, man. And I got off the phone after talking to her, and I said, "Hey, you and your husband, you guys have made a lot of sacrifices. You guys go get it. You get up early, you go to bed late, and we just want to
Mhm.
make sure that everything that you have worked for goes to the people that you intended to go to. But not only does it go to them, if they don't have
Mhm.
a certain level of financial acuity, what it will
Mhm.
do." that we can also put stop gaps in place to protect them from themselves. So, man, we are really, really excited that you're coming. I can't wait. I checked with the team before I got on the plane yesterday, leaving Boston. They said we have a few seats left. Man, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be destiny changing. It's going to be, it's going to be, man, I'm telling you, everybody's going to want to write you a thank you card when you come up here. And I'm telling you guys, for those of you, if you don't follow Gene now, you owe it to yourself. I mean, he dropped some boulders, not nuggets. Those are boulders, right? Those are, let me just say this, right? My kids, Miles and Madison's life is better and it's more secure, financially secure now as a result of Gene Boykin being my mentor, my coach, my friend. And so I would not be doing my ecosystem justice if I did not share with you guys what I've learned, what I'm learning, and how I'm protecting my loved ones. I wouldn't love you if I wasn't giving you the opportunity to protect your loved ones like Gene has given me the opportunity. So, man, let me say personally, thank you, man, for everything that you've done.
Hey, it's my pleasure, man. It's my pleasure because we need it. You know, there's movers and shakers out there just like yourself, right? That you've done a lot over your time in real estate as a real estate professional, then a real estate investor. And I mean, to have all of that at risk and really not even know it to the extent that it is at risk. If one thing, man, it just takes one mistake for everything that we've worked for in our life to really be erased. And I mean, just imagine that being taken away and how that would affect things, right? So,
well, you know what? I'm gonna say something, Gene, and I know you're gonna want to borrow it, so I'm gonna go ahead and say you can borrow it now.
Give it to me.
I was in Baltimore. I mean, I was in Boston this weekend, and I had the opportunity to have dinner with one of the most prestigious wealth coaches or wealth creation coaches in all of America. And she happens to be African American. And she said something, and I said, "You will hear that again. I'm telling you now." She said that wealth is created by drops in a bucket. But if mismanaged or unproperly protected, it could be poured out in gallons.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how it goes too, in gallons.
Yeah, man. And so you can everything that you worked so hard for, everything that you put in place for your loved ones could be literally gone in the blink of an eye. And I'll share this story real quick. I mean, I'm dealing with a situation right now where the parents left a 7-figure estate between cash, life insurance policies, and real estate. And they built this over 50 years, right? And their offspring have blown through this money in less than 36 months since the parents have passed.
That's terrible.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So Gene, I'm excited that you're coming. I'm excited that your team is parachuting into my city. Man, we're going to make impact. We're going to have a great time. We're going to help some people. I can't wait to see the testimonies that come out of this. You got anything you want to end this live with, Gene?
Yeah. Let me say one thing. You know, there's a lot of things in life that we can't control, right? We have no control over, you know, the decisions and the choices that other people make, right, for their own lives, and it ends up affecting us. So the things that we have control over, well, we do need to make the right decisions with that. And we feel like estate planning and asset protection is either too complex, or it'll take too long, or you just don't know what you're doing. And that's not true anymore, y'all. This is something that we desperately need in our community. And that's why Tommy and I are working so hard to bring this information to you all, because there are strategies out there that, you know, not even the top attorneys in the country know with this stuff. And it's just because we've had to build it, with our hands from the ground up, out of the mud, as they say. So we're able to get creative within the rules that they've laid out, and we're able to do things that not many people are doing in the country, and we make it simple, easy, and quick to do for you. So if you want to change that, and if you want to protect your assets and protect your legacy, then being at the Arlington Board of Realtors on Saturday, May 4th is going to be really critical to the rest of your legacy. So I can't wait to see you guys there, and I'm thankful that you're bringing me up there, Tommy.
Yeah, man. So again, guys, click the link in the bios. Do whatever you need to do. Get you a babysitter. Bring your relatives that are your naysayers. Bring your CPA. Bring your attorneys. Because my CPAs, my attorneys are going to be in the house because they're there to learn as well, man. And I'm telling you, asset protection. We say all the time, it takes a village to raise your child, but it also takes a village to protect you and your child, right? Let me add that to that. And so we're coming. We're excited, Gene. I can't wait to see you. We're 5 days out, man, and we're gonna make impact. So for those of you that have not registered, you owe it to yourself. It's absolutely free. We're not charging anything, right? We've invested in ourselves, and now we're going to come and invest in you, the community. This is our give back.
Yeah,
This
y'all
is
are
our
worth
give
it.
back. Yeah, you guys are definitely worth it. So, Gene, can't wait to see you, man. We're 5 days away. Saturday, May 4th, Arlington Board of Realtors.
Appreciate it, man. Super
All right,
excited.
man. We'll see you.
All
Peace.
right, later.